Hey guys, it's your girl Indesha, and today I am going to be sharing my thoughts and the things that I've learned through trying to overcome a heartbreak. So I'm not going to get into details of the things that have transpired in that relationship because I have so much respect for that person. I'm still in love with that person. I don't know if that feeling of love will ever go away, but that chapter has ended, and because of the end of that chapter, even though it was completely necessary, certain things in me were just hard to deal with. It was very hard to deal with detaching myself from that person. I am still trying to fully detach myself from that person. I love that person so much, so dearly. But there are a lot of things that I've learned through this breakup, through this heartbreak, and I feel like it can help a lot of people out there. So the first thing that I would say is melt in that sorrow. Not for long. That is the key that I would tell anyone, not for long. But if you need to take a week or 2 weeks, and this sounds like a long time because you know these things don't happen in a day. Take a week, reflect, pour out your tears, write, journal, do everything, but think about everything that went wrong. It's horrible, right, that I'm telling you to do this. No, it's important to reflect and to think about what went wrong in a situation, and not only on that person's end but on your end as well, because it takes two to tangle. Even if you didn't do something that the other person did, or didn't do something as bad as the other person did, you still played a role, and even enabling is a part that you have played, and that's dangerous because when you enable people, they're going to continue to do it and do it and do it and do it and do it. So that is the best advice I can give anybody. Take a week or two, reflect, pour out your soul, pour out your tears. I cried a lot. Like, I still tear up sometimes, but in the beginning it was bad. I would wake up, pour down tears. I would go in the shower, pour down tears. On the train it was the worst because I'll be on the train crying, and it's just like I would have to like either put down my head or like blink, 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 or like keep my eyes open so that they dry up like so much, or I have to have tissue. It was just so, it was too intense. I would cry all the time, to the point I would get pissed off because I was crying so much. Like, it would piss me off that so many tears would fall from my eyes, but that was necessary, and tears are soothing, and I'm an extremely emotional person, and I know there's so many others out there that are just like me. I'm an overthinker as well, so I constantly think about certain things, and those things get me into certain moods. But after you have your cry fest and you have your sulk moment, you need to start praying. Praying is something that helped me, and it's kind of sucks that when tragedies happen, it brings you closer to God, or it tests your faith, or it makes you find alternative ways to find that peace. But I always turn to prayer in my darkest of times, and I feel like now, even when I get to a great position, a better position, I still want to implement that into my life because it really has helped me. Like, it's, oh my God, prayer is literally the key. That is the stay prayed up, night, morning, day, noon, beginning of the year, end of the year, stay prayed up. And I do that often now, and it feels amazing to know that God got you, like God has you. And it might not be immediate. It's always immediate, but it might not be in the ways that you want it to be, or the ways that it's just like, oh boom, that's God. But trust me, pray and pray and pray and keep your faith, and things will start to heal. You'll start to heal. Another thing is find the lesson in the heartbreak. Like, I do believe, it's so crazy because when people say this all the time, you attract the type of person that you are. And I used to always think like, no, I would never do the things that he's done to me to anybody. I'm a very blunt, bold, honest, like outspoken individual. Like, I cannot keep what's on my mind to myself, and this is with my friends, this is with my family, this is just naturally me. Like, when I have too much inside, it blows up. So I like to get things off as they occur, as they happen. But not everyone is like that, and I feel like guys don't really know how to express their emotions, and it's very unfortunate, but it's very understandable depending on how they were raised, how they're growing up, just society in general. Like, it's a lot of pressures to be men, and I understand that fully. And at the same time, it's just like, I'm a person, I need to know things. But I've learned a lot about myself through this situation, and it's important to find the lesson in every and any situation. And one of the lessons that I've learned is that you need to be patient. And I'm not saying patient in that relationship, because I was I was too patient. But just in life, I need to be patient. I feel like there are things that I want, and because I want them, I feel like certain things need to be happening in order for me, in order for those things to occur in the time frame that I want it to occur. But you know what? Yes, I am the steerer of my life. I'm the one, driving down the road in this path of my life, but I don't have the final word. Things is going to happen on God's time. When it's ready for it to happen, it will happen, and I need to be patient, and I need to accept that, and I need to understand that. So that's one thing I'm learning to have. Another thing is, just because it's in your mind doesn't make it fact. That's an issue that I have. I'm an overthinker. I'm like, this happened because of either this, or this. So it's just like, in my head, this situation will only occur because of these plethora of reasons. It has to be one of these things, and that's a big issue that I have. And it's that overthinking. You think. Well, why would this person do that? Oh, is it this? Is it this? Is it that? Could it be this? Could it be that? And this is just where, that hectic, like, and it's anxiety. I didn't realize I was a super anxious person. Like, I know, like, I'm an extremely emotional person. When I'm happy, I'm like on 1,000. Like, I feel butterflies. I get really jumpy. I'm like a big kid. Sometimes it's embarrassing because I'm really a big kid when I'm like extremely excited about things. And it's just like, I'm a young adult, like, relaxed and Daisha. But it's good to feel excited, but like, I really get excited about certain things. And then when I'm angry, I am angry. It's a different, I don't know how to explain my anger. It's like, it's a feeling, it's a suffocating feeling, and I feel like I just want to burst out. It might be the fire sign in me. It might, I don't know. I don't know. And then when I'm sad, I'm deep down in that sadness. Like, it's like a slump. Like, I'm deep in a slumber. Like, it's hard for me to pull myself out of sadness. And it's like, I've been depressed before, and I know what that feels like, and I don't want to go back to that place. And I feel like only really traumatic situations get me to that place, and I've dealt with one, and I don't want to go back there. So I've learned a lot from heartbreak, but I feel like the main things that people should get from it is that when you realize that something is not going to work, first reflect, cry it out, have that moment to yourself. After that, find the lesson in the situation. It's horrible if you go through something traumatic and you don't see why that had to happen. Like, I know that had to happen to motivate me to do this, something that I actually love and that I'm passionate about. I feel like I've always been a creative person, and other things have transpired which kind of got me out of that wave, and that was through my first depression. And it's just like, after that, it was kind of hard to get back like on track. And then I met him, and he became my passion, and that's dangerous for another human being to become your passion. Like, I was so passionate about love, and so passionate about him, and so passionate about wanting a future family, that he became my world, and that's horrible. I was just watching a video recently by Kaylin Nicholson, and she quoted something, I believe it's from Sex and the City, where she said, "He is not the sun," or something along those lines. And when I heard it, I was like, well, that's cheesy and stupid. But it's actually very profound, because your partner is not the sun. Your world does not revolve around that person. You are the sun. You are your light. Things things happen when you rise and when you set. Like, you have full control over your life. So like, you have full control over your life. I've learned so much from this. I'm actually grateful that, not that everything happened, but I am grateful that this is something that I endured, and it's hard. It's so hard. Like, heartbreak is legit a feeling. Like, I feel it in my chest very frequently now, to the point where it's a little alarming, because it's like I'm having anxiety attacks. It feels like an elephant is sitting on my chest. If I think about him, it's like, if I'm anxious about something, it's like, it's just like, it's really bad, and it's really scary. Like, that feeling is scary, because it's just like, what the hell is going on with my body, and why can't I calm it down? And I'm trying to get into meditation and really practice breathing. Like, I didn't realize how important, granted we can't live if we don't breathe, but taking deep breaths. Like, everybody take a deep breath with me. I know it's random, but I actually feel that feeling right now. Just talking about this, it gets me really tight in this area, and it hurts sometimes. But yeah, those are some things that I've definitely learned about heartbreaks. Like, that person is not your son, and you cannot rise and set because of that person. You have to rise and set because of you, your own wants, your own goals. And it's pushing me in the right direction. It's maturing me, because I feel like sorry guys, I feel like I have a lot of growing to do. We all have a lot of growing to do, and anyone who says that they got it all, they don't have it all. And it's very, 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 like, you don't have it all. We have a whole life to live. Like, if you accomplish everything that you need to accomplish on earth right now, God would have taken you already, and that's not the case. So there's still things to learn, and there's still things that you need to give and teach and experience. So through this, trust me, you're gonna have bad days. It's gone on 4 months since the person has lived with me, and granted, we have spoken on and off, and I feel like that's something that's preventing me to fully move on. But I don't hate the person at all. I care deeply for that person, like really deeply for that person, and I understand why that person is the way that person is. But at the same time, I'm taking this time to really focus on myself, and that's the best thing that can come from this situation. That's the best gift that I can give myself. This is the best, like, outcome from this situation, is that I'm forced to focus on myself, and I'm forced to do better. I'm forced to want more. I'm forced to want more. And I'm also forced to pat myself on the back. Like, I'm young. I'm like holding it down on my own. I don't ask people for anything unless it's my dad. Thank you, Father, and I won't even say financially. I've been asking him now. At the beginning, yes, just out of nerves, but I pat myself on the back because I've put myself financially in a good place where these months are going by and I'm still able to hold it down. Now we getting close. We getting like too close, and I'm praying for the right roommates or the right situation to happen to alleviate some of that stress. But at the end of the day, I pat myself on the back. Like, I'm still here, and I'm doing good as a young girl, holding down a 3-bedroom apartment, paying rent, paying bills, going to work, bossing up, cooking for myself, being creative, doing something that I love. Like, shit. And I feel like when you come out of a heartbreak, you can feel so like unwanted, unworthy, like down. You can become insecure. Even if you weren't insecure before the situation, there's things you're just like, oh my God, like, you become very down on yourself, and you really just have to like pat yourself on the back, like, yo, like, I'm gonna make it through this, and because of that, I'm a boss. Like, what up, though? What up, though? I'm joking, you guys, but I mean, it's you have to find laughter in the situation. You have to have some fun, and I'm so ready to have some fun. I feel like I've dismissed fun. I've like ex people out my life. I've took so much time to myself, and now I'm ready to like have some fun. I need some laughter in my life. I need some experiences, some good times, and I don't want to drag it, but that's my experience with overcoming a heartbreak. It's hard. I know it's hard. Find a good person that you can speak to that's not going to judge you. Thank you to my best friends. Like, thank you to people who sit down and listen, even though these are things that they've heard before, even though throughout the year they've probably been like, and Daisha E, just leave that situation alone, and I didn't. And it's just like, thank you for not judging me. Thank you for legit being there. I know I probably drove people crazy to the point where they probably don't really want to talk to me, because like that's all I spoke about for an entire year. And now it's just like, I'm excited to speak about things like this, things like my YouTube channel, things that I'm doing and working and getting through the struggle. There's beauty in the struggle, baby. Like, J. Cole ain't never lie. On that note, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I really do welcome comments about like, how have you overcome a heartbreak? How long did it take you? I'm on 4 months. I don't know how long I'm gonna be feeling this way. I want to just be over it, and I'm not, and that's okay. I'm okay with not being there yet, but it's just a good like feeling to know like what other people did and like how long it took them. So help me out, guys. Let me know below if you like this video, if you learned something, or if, you know, you just enjoyed it. So, bye, guys. And I'll be having more happy videos surrounding love and Valentine's coming soon, I promise, alright? Bye. Mwah, mwah.